Before we talk about how you might get involved in research communication and public engagement, it's useful first to establish what we mean by those terms. Public engagement, on its own, can refer to a broad range of activities. The National Coordinating Centre for Public Engagement, based in Bristol, write that public engagement describes the myriad ways in which the activity and benefits of higher education and research can be shared with the public. It can therefore refer to any way in which researchers, including PGRs, engage with people with no formal connection to academia. The University of Oxford gives 3 examples of how this might manifest. Firstly, researchers might consult and listen to public views, in doing so allowing members of the public to inform current and future research projects. Secondly, researchers might collaborate with the public, working alongside non-academics in the co-production of knowledge. Finally, researchers might seek to inform and inspire the public through sharing their expertise and the findings of their research. It is this final aspect of public engagement, informing and inspiring the public, which we generally mean when we refer to research communication, and which will be the focus of this resource. Of course, there are other ways in which you might communicate your research. You might communicate with other academics at conferences or in journal articles. You might communicate your findings to policymakers in the hope of influencing future governmental or institutional policy. For our purposes, however, we're interested in sharing your expertise, your research process, and your findings with the general public, the person on the street, as it were. We'll use the terms research communication and public engagement frequently throughout this resource then. And for our purposes, the distinction between them is simply that, as Helen Obi-Reardon wrote in a 2017 blog, research communication is the thing that you do, the public is who you do it with. It's often tempting to view our research as a niche concern, as being of little interest to anyone outside our field, let alone outside of academia entirely. Nevertheless, you'd be surprised at how fascinated non-academics can be to learn about the research that is being undertaken in universities and other research institutions, and the knowledge that you are creating.